Hey, good morning, Tips and Tea family. Good morning, good morning. See here, make sure I am live and in effect. Here we go. Well, happy Tips and Tea Tuesday. I think I just dropped the link. I was moving slow this morning, everybody. All right, so last week we jumped into Tips and Tea Live and we talked about Christmas in July, starting a savings plan for yourself, because Christmas is coming up before we know it. So if you didn't get a chance last week, everybody, please go back and watch last week's live where we talked about starting saving now for Christmas. Don't let the Christmas debt overtake you. Use your high yield savings account, being smart with credit cards. Also, taking advantage of any extra income that you have. If you have PTO cash outs, bonuses, or overtime opportunities, definitely considering that to help with the holiday burn that's coming up. And then shopping with a plan. So we always talked about being intentional this year. Since the start of this year, our word of the year was intentional. So if you're shopping with a plan, it's going to help to keep you on budget and avoid impulse purchases and remembering the reason for the season. You know, the Christmas for is the time where the best memories are created and doesn't always have to be expensive. So making sure we're focusing on experiences, time with loved ones, and just creating meaningful moments. So make sure we're saying open up your holiday savings plan, create the budget, review your credit card rewards, and then commit to celebrating without carrying a whole bunch of holiday debt. Good morning, hubby. I see you in the chat this morning. Thanks for jumping on. Good morning, Harriet, Bragg, Kier. Welcome in, Queens. Thanks for jumping on this morning. So I'm excited. We have some very special guests coming on the live this morning. But before I jump into that, I just want to ask that you all please keep Satitra Booker in your prayers. She's still not feeling well, everybody. So we just want to make sure we cover our queen in prayer because we miss her on Tips and Tea Live. You know, I miss my fellow business partner here. You know, it's not the same without her. So please keep seeing the prayers. She's doing a little bit better, but still needs to rest so she can be back live and in charge next week because I miss her doing these intros. She's way better at it. Good morning. All right, so I'm going to jump into it because I don't want you all to miss out on all the wisdom and all the love that's coming from our amazing couple that's going to come on and join us today. So I'm just going to jump right into the live here. So again, welcome everyone to another Tips and Tea Live where we spill tea on faith, family, and finances and building the life you deserve. I'm one of your co-hosts, Shantella Shabazz, and whether you're joining us from Facebook, YouTube, or catching the replay, thank you for spending your morning with us. Don't forget, please, everybody, to like, share, and tag another couple or entrepreneur that you think can benefit from what we're sharing here on the live. And then also drop your city in the comments, everybody. Where are we tuning in from? I'm in Playa del Carmen currently. Where are we tuning in from, everybody? All right. And then today's conversation is going to inspire you, whether you're single, you're dating, you're married, or building a business. Definitely tag some people who can benefit from this. So today's guests are incredible. They're were recognized as the power couple of the year from Nove. This husband and wife duo, they are a team. They have built a thriving business while leading with faith and family and purpose. And today they're joining us to share what it truly means to build a business, make sure they're locking in with their marriage and building a legacy together. So I just want everyone to please welcome Miss Destiny Reedy and Mr. J.R. Reedy to the live this morning.
Let's go. Let's
Hey,
go.
hey, hey, y'all.
How you
Uh-oh,
doing? How you doing?
the screen is black right now. Let's
Uh
see.
oh.
Maybe we can. And I just saw you guys on the screen.
That's weird. I can see us. Y'all can't see us. Can you hear us?
We can hear you, but we can't see you guys. We want to make sure we're able to see you this morning.
Does that work? I just cut it off and cut it on.
No, it's still not coming in. Maybe it was that. Let's see.
Uh oh. What is that?
You you zoomed in. I'm hollering.
There we go. Hey,
Okay.
Let's go.
Hey, y'all.
welcome
Hey.
in.
How
Welcome
y'all
in.
doing? How y'all doing? Let's go. Good morning,
Yes, we
everybody.
power couple in the building. Welcome in, you guys. Thanks for jumping on the live this morning. We definitely appreciate you taking time. And let me say this first because it is the anniversary, everybody. Please drop some hearts and some celebration emojis in the chat and wish JR and Destiny a very happy anniversary. They're taking some time out of their couple time to spend with us and drop some gems. So please let's celebrate them because they are truly amazing for making sure they're up early. They're up early and they on this live this morning.
I usually sleep, I usually sleep.
I love it. I love it. All right. Well, let me ask you guys this real quick because just to kind of get it going. So, what made you both decide, and this might be, a little off topic, what made you both decide to going to start a business together? Just to kind of give our audience like a little preview. What was the decision behind it? Did you got who came to who first? Let me ask that.
That would be me. That would be me, man. So I kick it off. First and foremost, I just want to thank God for waking us up this morning, and I also want to just give it back to you, Shantella, for hosting this tips and tea and having us on today. Definitely an honor and just appreciate it. And man, it's just a blessing to be able to have that drive. It's creating a business was something that I always wanted to do growing up, and I always wanted to have my own because I didn't want to work for nobody else. So I always was just pushing and pushing, like, man, we want to do business, want to do business. And I ain't gonna lie, I went into a mode where I just couldn't stop talking about it, and she got so mad. She got so bad. She like, man, all you do is talk about business. Then low key, after me just steady bringing up the factor, like, man, I don't like my job. I don't like my job. We need to start a business. She was like, you know what, you right. So, over that time period, she just as we continue to grow, we met your lovely husband. Shout out to Aziz. Shout out to the heavy hitters.
Yep.
Man, we met that man, and from there, he became our mentor, and it helped change our life because jail things to get things working better, with understanding and just being able to uh complete each other, right? Instead of
Mm-hmm.
competing with each other. So, um, that was pretty much the start of it, and it really helped us grow from that. And overall, man, I wanted to start it, but she became the beast at it. So, man, it's all
I
her,
know
man.
that's
Shout
right.
out to her.
Hey, they say,
Hey,
the hubbies come with the idea, but we as women, we amplify it, right? We help to multiply, amplify. We create the homes, So hey, that's
Hmm.
what it's about, y'all partnership. So I love that. I love that. Definitely. Well, Destiny, when did you get on board? How long did it take for you to get on board?
you know what? Well, first and foremost, I want to give it back to God for waking us up this morning, for allowing us to make it to year 7. That's the number of completion according to the Bible. I'm sending prayers for Cebu. And it's just, I just want to show gratitude to you because it's an honor to be brought up here as power couple from the wife of power couple of last year. So
Love y'all.
throw some hearts in the chat for Shantella and Aziz Shabazz because y'all are leading by example. I just love and appreciate y'all. Um, I want to say yes. I want to say that I jumped on board when I have the tendency to kind of like get frustrated or complain about something in the beginning, but then see the silver lining in it. He did talk about business all the time, and it got on my nerves. I'm like, can we talk about something else? Can we go back to when we was best friends, talking about SpongeBob and Family Guy, and just being silly? But I had to realize that it's a blessing to have a partner that not only wants to do life with you, but do everything with you. Do life, do business, build something bigger than yourselves. He could just be talking to me about playing a video game all day long, but
Mhm.
business is something that's going to actually help our family grow. So when I stopped, thought about it like that, I'm like, okay. And so sparked that flame in me, and when I put my energy into something, I'm like, okay, we about to take off because I'm not about to half step. We about to do this, and winning is the only option. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah, love that. Sometimes it takes our partners to see something different for us, right? Because sometimes we're like, now you want to put something else on my plate? Am I not doing enough work? But they sometimes they have the vision, and then you see how excited and how passionate they are about it. You can't help but to love on them and want to
yeah,
be a part of it and want to help it really come to fruition. So, you know, the fact that you were understanding of that and you didn't continue to drag your feet or bash him or go the other way and try to do your own thing, because there was an era where it was very women are independent. We don't need no man. You can build your own empire, but it's like, why do I want to do this by myself when I got someone right here with me that can really have something that we can build together that can create an even stronger foundation,
right,
right?
Hmm.
I love
Yes.
that. I love that
right,
y'all are
right.
and y'all continue to support each other's dreams. And shout out to our audience too, because they are tuning in. Good morning,
Hey, yo,
everybody.
hey.
In the building, Miss Gina B. Smith,
Good morning, everybody. Let's
our
go.
team, Miss Gina and Mark Smith. Shout out to y'all. Kier from Chicago tuning in. Let's go. The Windy City is here.
Hey.
We
Yeah,
love it.
it
We love
sure was windy yesterday too.
Mhm.
it. Yeah, I heard it was
Trees
power
went.
going on and all type of
Mhm.
things. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
everyone. So, If you're tuning in here, go ahead and drop, what you're working on this year. People often see the success, but don't always see the work behind it. So, if you are married, drop a heart, engaged, a ring, single, little emoji drop, raising the hand, drop it in the comments. We want to see what y'all working on. We married, engaged, we single and happy and proud. But JR and Destiny, you both can kind of chime in on this answer here. How do you intentionally keep your marriage first while building a business and raising a family?
You could go first on this one.
um, so I mean, the key word is intentional. So we just have to keep reminding ourselves that before we're business partners, we were husband and wife, and before we were husband and wife, we were best friends. So just keeping it in that order. Before God called us to lead others, He called us to love each other. So we just have to remember that order, and not take it out of order, you know, keeping the foundation of being best friends, loving each other. And if we can be the best versions of ourselves as best friends, as a married couple, then we'll be the best business partners that'll come from that foundation.
That's beautiful. What about you, JR? I don't know. She killed it. I don't know how you gonna come.
Yeah, I would say just that pretty much man, just when you keep God first in everything you do, pretty much he's gonna lead your path when it comes to just building a business and keeping your family first, right? You always got
Mhm.
to separate the two, because sometimes things can get a little confusing, right? So I would say just man, realize that opportunities when it comes to business can always be rebuilt, but when it comes to personal and just building your life, always just be in the present moment, because you only get one of those, you only get one family, you only get one life to live. So always the present moment of the personal life always is something to just realize is most important. You got God, you got family, and then you got business. So that's the order to just keep it in, and to keep control of it, right? To be able to raise it, it's definitely no balance to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, if you can complete the chaos through the balance, you will find a diamond in the rough.
Okay.
Now look, I'm
No, for
so
real. Clock
this
that
is why they the
because
power couple.
yeah, it's gonna be seasons where the business demands more. But if we're intentional about making time for each other, then the marriage becomes stronger. And the stronger the marriage is, the stronger everything else becomes.
Facts.
Absolutely. Put God first, and then you continue to, you got to put action behind it. He can't bless it unless you being intentional about what you're doing, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
all on point when it comes to just sharing what's at the forefront of y'all family, right? You lead with that, and then everything else is gonna follow. Y'all, please
Hmm.
drop some gems in the chat this morning for our power couple, Mr. and Mrs. Reedy, because they're coming in and they're letting you know what's the most important things in their family, in their marriage, in their business as well. And if anything you're gonna learn from them today too is also that working together as a couple, there's good times, there's bad times, but as long as God is in the forefront, you can't lose. It might be a season that you go through, but He gonna help carry you through it, right? So let me ask you this, Jr. What's one lesson that you've learned from working together that every couple you think should know?
Communication. Communication is key. As long as you lock in, matter of fact, let me be more specific. Have crystal clear communication, because if you're not sure or clear on a specific topic, it could get lost in translation, which then could cause confusion and chaos. But
Mm,
if you stay focused and clear on the actual communication in your marriage, everything else is pretty much gonna flow the right way. So,
Yeah, I want to piggyback off that too. Um, I feel like I'm kind of saying the same thing, but just a little different because I feel like everybody throws out there that communication is key. But I like how you said crystal clear communication because comprehension is key.
ooh,
Comprehension is key too. It's not just about saying stuff and communicating with your partner, but making sure they understood you
mm-hmm.
because y'all could have two different perspectives, you know. And it's funny. It's funny and it's cute. I have an example of this. I was outside the other day with Kamazi and we were writing, he was writing on the sidewalk with his chalk, and I wrote an N, right? And from my perspective, it was an N because I was standing in front of it, and he was standing to my right, and he was looking at it, and he was like, Z. And I was like, I mean, it is a Z when you look at it that way. You know,
mhm.
so just remembering that communication is key, but also comprehension is key, making sure that y'all on the same page and y'all understand, and paraphrasing pretty much like what I just did, saying it in a different way and making sure, is that what you meant, you know.
Yep.
So yes.
Oh, love that because it takes the both of you all to be able to send and receive. It comes back and forth. So how are you receiving what your partner is telling them, and are you communicating back as well that you understand it, right?
Exactly.
You're
Exactly.
one-sided. It's you're a partnership. You're supposed to be able to share with each other and then help each other to get to the place of understanding. All right, that's what.
Mm-hmm.
So I love it, y'all. Thank you so much for coming in. The queen said, "Hey, let me come chime in too, because yeah, but let me come in and just share this side of it as well because it takes both sides." All right, I love it. Again, everybody, if you do have questions for JR and Destiny, let's start to get them ready now and drop them in the chat. We don't want you to miss your opportunity to get some gems from the power couple. So if you do have some questions for them, please drop them in the chat and we'll make sure that they are able to answer. So another question that I have for you both. How do you guys divide responsibilities based on like your strengths instead of trying to do everything yourselves? All right. How do you guys divide that? Or do you like volunteer, but okay, I got this, or do you kind of like assign? How do you approach that?
Okay, I'll go first. So, I think that was a perfect example. One of them right there. So just decision making, knowing each other's strengths and weaknesses is the key, to understanding each other better. And me knowing how good Destiny is at communication, right? Don't get me wrong, I could communicate, but I love how she edifies me. She edifies me so good. So I'm like, man, you could edify me, and then you could put the person who you talking to on the phone with me. So they know they speaking to like that next level of authority, right? So I just really love how her communication with people is, and I know that that's a strength for her, right?
Mhm.
And I really it really helps set the tone when as a couple in business because like I said, it really she's talking to a person, right? A client telling them, man, my husband, I probably let her do the edification because I can't, I don't know how to edify myself like that. But she just do it so good, and when they get on the phone with me, they like, man, my wife has told me so much about you. I'm excited to get this thing done. So it's just a blessing to have somebody that's able to communicate at a high level, and be able to edify you and put you in a place of authority. Because I'm not sure if you guys know, but Destiny didn't touch this stream to start it. So that's one of her weaknesses, right? Technology. So I took complete control of just getting things started on that end. So Just it's just about knowing each other's weaknesses and strengths, and pretty much understanding. You know what? I like the way you do that. So,
Yeah, I would say really good answer. That was a really good answer. I would add to that just let's see. How do we I feel like just staying in your lane and owning it, supporting one another. You
Mm-hmm.
see, he said I didn't touch this stream because I was very confident that he knew how to do it. Because he's really good with that. So, when there's less frustration, there's more momentum.
ooh,
Okay, so I'm gonna cheer you on with what you're good at. You cheer me on. And one thing I don't want anybody to get twisted is um if you're good at something, then you just do it and I don't have to do it. We both can know how to do it, but we can just support the one that knows how to do it better. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. So just dividing things based on that, just creating that less frustration, because then it'll be more momentum. And then celebrating what each of us bring to the table.
mm-hmm,
Yes, absolutely. Because you all have your own energy that you bring, right? And then you can.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that both of you all can look at a situation and see who might be needed there.
Yeah.
mm-hmm,
You can shine better in this particular situation. You both have that very, very well. So, love that y'all recognize and can see that in each other. Because sometimes, we can let life get so busy and we forget, or we just get distracted. Let me say that we get distracted and we forget that, hey, my husband is a beast. He got this. My wife has a light in her. She shines every time she walks. Just different things about you both that you bring to the table. That you can help others to kind of see it more clearly as well. So thank you both for sharing that. And we do have a question from the audience here. Let me see if I can pull this up. Oh, that's Kiera's question. Let's go up on. Here we go. All right, question from Gina B. Smith. She says, how do you protect your relationship when the pressure of entrepreneurship is at its highest?
ooh,
It's a good one.
I love it. You know, this is a key thing that this is a secret, so I hope y'all got y'all pens, pads, and notepads. I hope y'all ears is open on y'all volume is up on high. Um, so the best way to protect your relationship when the pressure is high, you have to reverse engineer your life. Reasoning I say that. Um, because when you know where you're going, there's no reason to fear. So when you have pressure in the entrepreneurship world, if you reverse engineered how you did things in life, your playbook, and you know exactly where you're going, there's no reason for the pressure. So now that pressure, yeah, you still feel it, but at the same time, you understand and you're able to track, right? That's why we got DMO sheets. Shout out to the DMO sheet. Um, so we you're able to track and see where you're going, right? So if you're able to pretty much reverse engineer what it is that you're doing, the things that you've been doing in life, pretty much you can take away some of that pressure because you understand that you have a plan and you know that that plan is something that God placed in your life, right? That's why you always have to put God first in everything you do because He's leading the way for you. So if you're not following Him by faith, then you're following fear. And when you do that, that's when the pressure is going to really mount up and you honestly won't be able to handle entrepreneurship at the highest level. So you gotta always have God when you're building a business. I would say it's mandatory, but man, let's go. To me, it
Yeah.
is.
No facts. Uh-oh, the sound went out.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Sorry, y'all. My dog was barking in the background, and I ain't want
Oh,
to.
she
'Cause
did that on purpose. I was
I
like,
knew
wait.
he was gonna come in here with some jams. I said, let me mute so they don't be distracting the audience because JR just came in and dropped us. I said, y'all throw some let's go in the chat for JR coming in. Thank
That's
you for
really
that.
good. I
Means
wanna add to it too.
let's go.
How do you protect your relationship when the pressure of entrepreneurship is at its highest? I feel like well the biggest thing is big God is putting God in there. Also I feel like sometimes certain words, just because of society, associates them with negativity, like pressure. That sounds like that could be something bad, but pressure can be good. When
Hmm.
I tell you, I'm in a season right now where I'm feeling the most pressure, and I know what's going to come out of it. So I'm really excited. When you have a very high amount of pressure on you, it creates diamonds. So I feel like it's a blessing to be able to not have to handle that pressure alone and to handle it with your partner. And so just looking at it like that, but also can I say our slogan?
Hmm.
Just having a healthy competition between each other, because it's like, okay, let's see who reaches this goal first, because me and JR actually have a competition going right now to see who can hit 10K first. And he a little closer than me, but that's okay. I've been helping, but um, but our slogan is, we're not just competing with each other, we're completing each other. So having that healthy competition, because it's like, okay, if I hit that goal, I still, even when he hit the 10K, I still won because we're one. So I just wanted to add that.
Love that. It's perspective. We can't lose when we both working towards something. And that's what it is.
Hmm.
You're both working towards something together to benefit your family. So I love that. Love that from you all. We have another question from Miss Nita Jones. She said, "What key tips would you provide a couple steering the steering the new journey together in life, business, and faith? What key tips would you provide a couple steering the new journey between together in life, business, and faith?" Thank you, Nita. And shout out to Miss Gina B. Smith for the last question as well.
You want to answer this first, or
I got a couple different things I want to say. I'm collecting my thoughts.
okay? I'll be quick on this. What key tips uh could we provide to someone that's new to their journey?
Starting their
Um,
journey together.
so I would say always choosing each other. Always choose each other. Because when you let outside forces, you hear this, you hear that, that tends to mess up the communication. So always choose each other, listen to each other. Um, man, love on each other, have date nights, keep the spark there, just laugh a little bit, right? Um, man, and when it comes to like business overall, I would say just stay focused on, well, yeah, stay focused on being true to yourself, right? That's key, because when you have a partner and you start trying to be something you're not, I feel like your partner will be able to tell. So if you can just stay be that authority figure, just be what's the word? Not authority. What's the word I'm looking for? Uh
Mm, au- Authentic.
authentic. Yeah. Your authentic self. As long as you're authentic when it comes to just building and life and your business, and of course always putting God first, everything else go fall in place.
Yeah, definitely. And what I'll add to that, you said laugh a little.
Hmm.
I want to say laugh a lot.
He laugh out loud.
Laugh a lot.
Laugh, have some joy.
because
Fact.
that's what gets me through everything. Like just
Mhm.
joking, being silly, just laughing. Don't take life so serious. But also, here's the biggest thing that people don't talk about is embracing each other. Just knowing up front that you're gonna grow and you're gonna change.
Mm,
But that's okay and that's good because see a lot of people feel like when they know they partner, they're in a good space. But you're slightly setting yourself up for failure to be like, I thought I knew you or I know you because then when that person grows and evolves and changes, then you get thrown out of whack that feeling like you don't know them. So never feel like you fully know your partner when it comes to life, business, and faith, especially if you plan on growing and evolving together.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes, very,
good.
very. I like what both you said, but what also stood out was what JR said about being your authentic self. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you lying to you're lying to your partner for one, all right? But not only are you lying to your partner, you're lying to yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
internally, you can't keep that up. It might go for a while, but you're building up not only just it's resentment in yourself because they not.
Mm-hmm.
But what picture are you putting out there for them to receive? So it
Yep.
can't last for too long, and that's why a lot of relationships fail because if you can't be you, then why are we here? What are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Facts.
Absolutely. So yes, you guys. Oh, let me ask the audience too. Have you guys ever worked with your spouse or your partner before? Drop a yes in the chat. Are you doing business with your partner? So some people be like,
Yes.
"No, I don't want to work with. We good together. We can't work together as well." I mean, when I was younger, I did have that mentality. When Aziz first approached me about doing a business together, I'm like, "No, it's not because we have our personalities are very similar. So I get on my own nerves sometimes, and I'm just like, us working together, I think it's not gonna work. But here we are. You saw it way before I did. So definitely
Mm,
Love
want to
that.
you guys are, the epitome of just something beautiful that you're creating. And, you know, both of you wear so many hats, right? Y'all are parents, y'all are business owners, leaders, mentors. I mean, the list literally can go on, right? So, how do you intentionally, because that's our word, right? How do you intentionally teach your little Mozzie, your little King there, and those in your partnership with your business partners, your mentees? How do you teach them about leadership and teamwork and how to build generational wealth?
I'll go. I feel like how do I teach him? I feel like we are leading by example by just showing him. He sees me get on calls. He sees me doing meetings. He sees me and JR working together, and that was one of the biggest. That was one of the scariest things that we ever decided to do is to just jump fully into entrepreneurship. But it was also one of the biggest blessings because now he sees us all the time, like at home, working, strategizing, and just building something for him. And y'all, he don't even know what money is yet, but it's months where his high yield savings account got more money in it than our checking. And so it's just cool to like be able to um, be in a position to change the whole trajectory of like where he's going, what he's seeing, because I didn't see like one thing I will tell you is I didn't see my mom pursuing being an entrepreneur, but I did see my dad. And so that kind of sparked it in my head. And then when my best friend, which turned into my husband, started talking about business all the time, then it was just a no brainer after that. So it does start with just them seeing. They learn indirectly first, right?
mm,
Before they directly start learning what they're really seeing and what you're really doing.
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Right. Yeah. And then that you say that about your child, but it also applies to your team as well.
Mm,
They watch, they see, and then I do see like when Aziz implements something or he's showing up, and he's like this whole thing about, hey, I want to start doing more lives. I want to start recording more videos and drop them on the page. And he's showing people how to do it, not intentionally going in and just telling people, hey, I think you should do this, but they see him doing it, and automatically they're like, hey, I like that. I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna implement it too. So a lot of
Mhm.
times, not only are your kids watching you, but your team is watching
Mhm.
you as well, and they pick up from seeing what you putting in action for yourselves and for your business, because they're like, hey, they're knowledgeable, they have success in their marriage, success in their business. Why wouldn't I want to duplicate that? So
Mhm.
it
Exactly.
just makes
And
sense.
that's why I got to give it back to Mozzie too, because I know that he's watching how we handle business. He's
Mm,
also watching how we handle pressure too. And that's why he's my biggest reason why I like don't fold under pressure, why it's hard for me to say when I am going through a tough time, because I'm like, I mean, if I'm not okay right now, I'm going to be. Right,
Mhm.
and so and that's the motto and perspective I want him to have too. Because
yeah.
ain't no challenge bigger than you, especially when you got God. You
Amen. Amen,
Mhm.
Queen. And shout out to Miss Cebu, who's not on the live this morning, but we was on one live and she just said 1, 2, 3, temporary. This is only a
I like
temporary
that.
we going through. So yeah, shout out to the Queen,
Shout out to
keep them
Cebu.
Yes.
real,
Prayers,
but she's here.
prayers.
I'll keep her in the live.
Amen.
Miss Dolores said, what a beautiful, grateful, graceful team couple. I've watched you all for years and I see God in you both. That's beautiful, Queen. Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you for sharing that beautiful thought. Yes, yes.
I know we was all in sync with it.
That's
I'm
what.
hollering.
Yeah.
You get them hearts. You get them hearts.
Yes. Success, everybody isn't measured by what you build, it's really measured by who you're building. All right. And if you pour into your team, you pour into your family, you gonna see the fruits. You gonna see the fruits, right? So thank you all for just coming in and sharing that as well. So another question for you, and then Jr. You can answer this one. You both can chime in. Um, faith is clearly been a foundation in you guys' journey, right? How have prayer, planning, and taking action worked together to help you reach your goals?
Oh man, that's the foundation. Pretty much that's the foundation. If you don't have that in your life, your daily life, how do you get through it, right? So, pretty much, I pray multiple times a day. You always got to pray before you eat. I look at it that if you don't get in a prayer and when you wake up or before you go to sleep, at least get the prayer in before you eat. So just staying focused on that and just making sure that we do start the day off with that, keeping him first and knowing that God is the foundation. It's like you really can't be led wrong because he laid the vision out for you. We were put here in this world to thrive, to be successful. He placed that inside of us. He wants us to be abundant, you know. So all we have to do is hear what he's telling us and steer the path. We in the driver's seat, but we ain't really driving.
Okay.
We driving in some Teslas right now.
No, we in some Teslas. He said, Jesus, take the wheel.
It's a self-driving car right here.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely keeping God first, and that's the main thing that has been the glue for everything. I know you mentioned prayer, reaching the goals. God, prayer is the key. And it's cool. It's cool too to watch what has sparked. Hey, shout out to QIP, Queens in Prayer, because that's how I start my day. We get up at 5 a.m. every morning. We kick it off with prayer and giving it back to God first. And then that's how we start our day. And when I do not start my day off on that call, it just does not feel right. I'd be like, okay, I got to pray by myself. But, which is good too. But just um, making sure faith is strong, making sure your faith is strong because you can't just believe in God. Like JR said, you got to move your feet and trust that He's going to direct your path while He's moving your feet. And so that's going to bring everything else together. Oh, our Mozzie man is up. I hear him
Yeah,
knock, I hear him
you
knocking
on
on the door.
the move. I love it, love it. Well, let me ask you this. This is from YouTube. What's something about your relationship that people will be surprised to learn? Surprised to learn
Mm,
about you guys.
I would say probably how long we've been together.
Let me keep it.
Uh, so man, I've been with Destiny for 18 years. 18 years. No. Man, but 18 years we've been together. She is my high school sweetheart. I've actually been dating her longer. I was about to say longer than I've been alive, but it's been 18 years and then it's been 15 years. So it's like
Yeah,
18 years. Yeah, so
he said the math is math and do
the
the
math
math.
is math. Yep.
Oh,
Oh man, we got a special guest, y'all.
Hey, Mozzie. He said, this is a family business. He had to get in on this too. Hey, little kid.
who's now?
He's just smiling.
What's up,
He's just smiling.
man? We got the
Right,
guest.
guest star.
Oh, we
Good
got one more
morning.
question from YouTube. Okay, why are we saying this? Okay, it says when you're having a difficult day, what's one thing that your spouse does that instantly reminds you you're on the same team? When you're
Hmm.
having a bad day, a difficult day, what's one thing your spouse does that instantly reminds you that you're on the same team?
Oh man. I mean, for me, it's an easy thing, but I would rather her answer that real quick. It's something easy for me, but
You know what?
Not both of y'all laugh. Destiny knows what it is. JR got to spill the tea. Spill the tea, JR.
Uh-oh, I don't know if I can spill the tea on that
Don't spill the tea.
one. Don't do it. Oh
I
man,
mean,
that's some hot coffee.
you said a little bit of laughter. It's a lot of laughter.
There you go. There you go.
some
See,
things,
Just
some things
you
got to
know
remain sacred. Some things got to remain sacred.
there you go. There you
that
go.
part and a non-negotiable was just me having somebody with a sense of humor and funny. Like just being able to crack a joke and laugh and get out of that seriousness.
Mhm.
That reminds me we on the same team where we could laugh together. Cause sometimes you can be so mad that somebody crack a joke and you look at them like that ain't even funny, So like just keeping a sense of humor and laughing a lot and
Mhm.
um I feel like that's a big key that reminds us we on the same team. He said,
Amen.
yeah.
You gave me
Love
two
it.
fives.
Well, let me ask you both this too. So, what's one thing that both personal and then on the business side, what's one thing that you both are very proud of when it comes to your personal life and then when it comes to the business that you both have built together? So, one thing from each side. I know that might be hard because y'all got a lot of wins
I
over there in the
mean, personally, the win for me for her is just how smart she is. Destiny is very smart. She has a high level of assessment, in which I love, love, love. I love her superpowers. If we can put it that way, right? She has some very cool superpowers. I don't think a lot of people understand that your spouse has superpowers until you get married. That's when you start seeing the little sparks come out of nowhere and everything like that flying. When you touch fingers and you see a big spark come we got superpowers for real, y'all. I hope you know that. But just seeing her operate and just be the way that she is naturally is a blessing, you know. So personally, that's what I love about her on that. And then when it comes to the business side, I would say, man, just her how she's able to communicate. She's a people person, right? So just knowing that she's a people person and that we're able to close deals at a high level because she understands psychology and just she's a leader. Let's just put it that way. She's a leader.
Yes.
When it comes to being in business, she's a leader and she's a top tier leader. You know,
Mhm.
Okay.
so uh I just love that about her so much. And honestly, when you found somebody like my queen here, you found a cheat code to life. So
Amen to that.
You know
Hey,
what?
superpowers activate.
Trying to make me blush. You know what?
Hey,
Something. Okay. Let me make sure I get. That was a really good answer. But let me make sure I'm answering it right. Can you repeat the question?
yeah, absolutely. So, what's one thing you both are very proud of when it comes to your personal life, right, as a married couple together, and then on the business side as well? So, just one thing. And we know you got a lot of wins over there. And I love how JR was like, hey, he just went back to it wasn't about awards, any of that. It was just you. He was praising his partner. He was like, hey, this is my wins all the way around.
pretty much.
Yeah. Um. That was really good. I feel like something that I'm really proud of when it comes to us personally is how committed and locked in we are when it comes to just being best friends and not giving up on each other because we understand that you can have healthy disagreements. We understand that you don't always have to react. You can pause, pray, and then respond to it later. Um, so I love that I can confidently say that this is my forever person, like confidently. When I'm mad at you, when I'm happy with you, when you getting on my nerves, I still know that like we locked in and we gonna be able to get through anything. So I'm proud of that level of commitment. And then also like through the changes and everything. And then when it comes to business, um, I'm just proud of how we were able to grow multiple businesses together with only I feel like when we started business, we knew like nothing. Well, I'm gonna speak for myself. I knew nothing about business at all. Did you?
I not really. You know, shout out to AI.
So I feel like you said shout out to AI.
I'm just saying.
That was your mentor.
Shoot.
Listen, they was both
Um,
building businesses before AI really
Shoot.
came to the picture, everybody.
Absolutely
So they've been doing
was.
this for a long time.
yeah, I would say we've built some pretty successful businesses and we just getting started to have not known anything at all about business, but just being willing to learn and grow. So I'm really proud of the fact that we're even able to work together as business partners, the level of commitment we have for each other, because our success is inevitable at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And to tie it all together, one of my biggest things too I'm proud of is uh Kamazi, Prince Kamazi, us being a great team at raising him. Um he is advanced, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
He is advanced, but that's because God allowed us to be with him every single day, just loving on him, raising them, and teaching them. Y'all, he know his colors, ABCs, shapes, um,
That boy can count.
days of the week now. He
Uh-huh.
Yes.
can count to 50. We was pushing him on the swing. He was counting. I'm like, and you ain't two yet? Yeah, he just changed the whole dynamic of what we wanted to call the toddler phase, because everybody calls it terrible twos, right? But I'm like, no, it's terrific twos.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
He learning and he growing. So
Absolutely. We have to remember that they are kids. You gotta let them be kids. They're exploring, they're trying to understand the world that's around them that's brand new. So when we try to put them in these boxes that are meant for adulthood, then yeah, it's gonna seem terrible. But they're not
right,
adults, they're
right.
children. Yeah. Thank you for sharing it. I love the fact that y'all are focused on the person, the people, right? And as long as you're focused on the person and the people, everything else is gonna come. The success is going to come. The recognition is going to come. You can't focus on, just inanimate things or focus on, I want to hit just this goal of being recognized by the world. No, if you focus on that, how long are you going to be able to maintain that? But if you focusing on each other and the people in your lives and people that you're building up, then that's gonna last lifetimes past you, right? You
Mm-hmm.
pass that down. You plant that seed in Mozzie, he's gonna pass that down to his children, and it's gonna continue to go. That's generational wealth. That's what we mean
Mm-hmm.
by generational wealth, everybody. Something that you can continue to pass down for lifetimes on that lives beyond you.
Facts.
Yes, are both truly amazing, everybody. Thank you all for again tuning in. If you all have one last question, we be about to wrap up here because we got things to do. Everybody, it's the anniversary. How to celebrate? They gotta feed Mozzie. Probably like where my breakfast for for
Yep,
one. But
yep. I
real quick,
already got it made.
see, this is why Destiny and JR are winning. Look, she already was ready. She's like, I know he gonna be hungry when he get up, so let me go ahead and knock this out. Well, quick flash round. We're gonna do something real quick before we close out. So, coffee or tea to you both? Are you
T.
coffee or
Coffee.
yeah? What you say, JR?
T.
Coffee.
Look, and they
Tea.
still together.
Coffee.
No, tea is healthy.
But coffee is good.
Coffee is good.
Let me ask this: who's the better cook? Real recognize real on that one.
I'm out. Yeah,
Who's more
exactly.
who's more organized?
Who's more organized? I feel like we kind of like the same. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree with that. I agree with the.
The both. Okay, okay. Who's usually right? By the look on
Great
Destiny's face,
answer.
I'm gonna say
But
Destiny.
you know why it's funny? We just look like, because usually when we're in a debate, we like, okay, it's not about who right. It's about solving a problem. So, we
Mhm.
are. So when you asked that, it was funny because I'm like, this gonna be interesting because we usually say it's not about that.
Ain't about us. It's about the problem. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Love it. I love it. I love it. Let me just double check the chat here. Let me ask you this: who said "I love you" first?
I want to say that was
Y'all,
me.
Yeah, I
serious?
think it was you. Cause you said you was like, you gonna be my wife.
Hmm.
And I was all I was trying to play it cool and still be best friends with you and not let you know you was my crush. And you said it.
Mm. Yeah,
I
yeah.
love
I
it.
believe I
Love
said
it.
it first.
Okay, finish
Man.
this sentence. We're stronger together because.
We're stronger together because we have God in the center.
Amen. Amen to that.
We have
Yeah.
God together in the center. I want to add something too, because this is something that I usually remind everybody else. Yeah, you did. You tied that night. They're not tight. When we tied the knot, we hit it was three chords. And one represented me, one represented my husband, and one represented God. And we tied it. And then JR came back and pulled it real tight. You know those knots you can't undo? Yeah, he
Hmm.
made it a knot that you can't undo. But I just wanted to share this too. I'm really grateful that you, like, God has a way of divinely orchestrating things, And I think that it was really a blessing for us to be able to come up on Tips and Tea and have this conversation today on our anniversary on year 7. Like that's amazing. And if I can be transparent, because I don't know how to be anything else and I don't want to act like we're perfect, I feel like this year has been the most challenging for us. And thank God, challenging for us is not even super challenging, but just challenging because we were adapting to being parents and everything. And so we were more focused on what do we have to do for Mozzie? What do we need to do for the business? You know, we need to be more financially stable. And so it shifted from us always going on dates and always doing what we want to do to shifting into doing what we need to do. And so that was the challenge. But I always remind my mentees, my business partners, my family, and my friends that you do not, and if y'all know this, drop it in the chat. You do not have to be perfect to be what? They gonna drop it in the chat. You do not have to be perfect to be, trying to see if I see it. You do not have to be perfect to be powerful. And I tell everybody that, and I feel like us receiving the Power Couple of the Year award in our most challenging year was God reminding us that y'all don't have to be perfect to be powerful. And so that was the one of the best things to me that I just wanted to share. Yep, I see it in the chat. Kiera dropped it. Powerful.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Kim. Let me just on screen. Yes, powerful. I knew it, but I didn't want to say it. I'm one of the mentees too. I'll be on the prayer call like, it's Destiny's Day. Let me get up in this prayer call. It's the Wednesdays. All right. Well, man, today, y'all, this was an incredible conversation. And I just want to thank you both for spending your morning with us, your anniversary with us, and just coming in and just sharing with the audience, all the wisdom that, it's been built up in your relationship and just trying to help other people see that, right? You can definitely be powerful together. You just got to put the work in. You got to be intentional about the time and making each other priorities and making sure God is at the forefront of everything that you do. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And before we go, we want to make sure that everyone realizes that a successful relationship isn't built by finding the perfect person, but it's definitely built by choosing, right, each other every
Mhm.
single day. You have to choose each other every single day and actually know who your spouse is, right?
Mhm.
Are you putting this perfect cast over them and you're not really seeing them for who they are? You got to get real with your spouse. So whether you're building a marriage, a family, a business, or all three, lead with faith and communicate with intention. We're going to serve with love. And I just want to say thank you again, JR and Destiny. Y'all truly amazing. And, we see why y'all won Power Couple of the Year for 2026. Everything you all touch, abundance grows because y'all move with intention and y'all move with love. And combinations is really unstoppable. So we already know King Von is a force to be reckoned with. Okay.
Hey, tell them don't play. Don't play with it.
Man,
Yes.
any last words you want to add? I know Destiny just came in here and dropped the mic. You know what I mean? But
Man,
anything else?
I already know. Man, I just want to first and foremost just give it back to you again, just for having us on this call. Man, just an honor to really be here. And just to piggyback off what the queen here was saying, like to be able to do this on our anniversary is a very I feel like monumental moment for us because as we go into year 7, we're looking to incorporate new things as far as like going live more, right? So y'all most likely are gonna be seeing more of us do this, and just by you having us on this call today really helped kickstart that right off to a great note. So, like I said, just want to give you your flowers for hosting this call, for always being consistent and doing what you need to do to provide a platform for others, right? So we can all just serve, right? So,
Yeah.
man, just shout out to you, shout out to the whole team, shout out to the hubby. You know, man, like I said, it's definitely a blessing to just be here and shout out to all the people that's tuned in right now. You know, it's all love. And man, we want to see each and every one of y'all win just as much as man, anybody else. So shout out to y'all, cause y'all the true MVPs. Y'all tuning in today. Man, salute. And man, let's go. We looking to see each and every one of y'all at the TOP.
Let's
Yes.
go. Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Please drop happy anniversary to the power couple in the chat. Everybody, let's wish JR and Destiny an amazing, beautiful, blessed anniversary that they celebrate. And year over year, they continue to find many blessings. Yes, we already got them dropping. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. So
Thank y'all. Love
Thank you, thank you,
y'all.
thank you.
yes, love you all. So share this live, everybody. Make sure you tag another power couple that maybe want to hear all the gems that JR and Destiny just brought. And then follow us on YouTube on Tips and T Live. Leave a comment, what your biggest takeaway was from the live. And I just want to close us out in prayer. Where's my Sibu when I need her? She's so good at doing the prayer.
Aw.
But we just want to come in and say, Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for reminding us that the strongest foundations are built on you. Bless every marriage, every family, every entrepreneur, and every person believing for more. Give us wisdom to lead, grace to love, and courage to persevere, and faith to trust your timing. May we build lives and legacies that honor you and positively impact generations to come. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 Amen. Happy
Woo!
anniversary.
Thank you.
Time to party! Y'all already know it's going down
Time to
tonight,
party.
man. It's going down. It's going down. Mozzie, you gonna have to be with Gigi tonight.
Up.
You know
I
what?
Oops,
Just cut the
love
tape.
it. Love you all.
got the tape.
Thank you again, JR and Destiny. We love y'all real big.
All right,
Love you
love you too. Love
more.
y'all too. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.